All right, everybody, welcome. I just finished a one-on-one with someone that I do some coaching with, and I thought it was actually a pretty good lesson to share with you guys. So, mostly for you newer guys, it comes down to practicing with purpose and things like that. We covered quite a few things, but one of the ones I want to cover today is inducing oversteer under braking, okay? And there's a great little exercise for this. And what you want to do is you want to learn how to induce oversteer into the car. So I've put all my options on and all those things, so you should be able to see everything over there. I don't normally drive in this view, but after making that brake modulation video, I realized it's hard not to see my steering inputs, so I put those on, but this is going to be very hard for me to drive with this car wobbling around like a mofo. Whoa, it feels like I'm losing everything. All right, so the first thing we want to do, so typically when you brake, everyone just brakes, they let go and they turn in. Oh, this is making me sick. So we want to come around and do our thing. Oh, I don't know if I can drive like this. I'm sure you can turn that off, but I'm so bad. But like up here, for example, you know, a lot of people, they'll come in, we brake in a straight line like everyone says, then we let go and we roll around it, right? And that relies on you getting everything right to make the corner, the rolling and all that. But rolling is never really that good, right? So we want to brake here, we want to trail off, and a lot of us will just let go before we go again, okay? But what we want to do is we want to get the car to spin, all right? We want to get the car to rotate, all right? And rotating the car is a great skill, but it starts with, it's basically just a form of getting the car to spin, right? So, oh, this is making me sick driving like this. So we want to brake, we let go, we roll through the, oh, we missed it, so we got to tap the brakes, we got to wait. It's no good, right? So what we really want to be doing is braking to the apex, getting control, and then getting on like that. That's the end goal, okay? So we want to use our brakes a little to get the car to turn in, and then I got the car to rotate there, because I can't really see what I'm doing. This does look cool though, I'll give it that. So we want to come in here, we want to hold our brakes, and like, I'm talking like a few percent left. Get the car to turn like it did just there, okay? And we're doing that by using the tiniest little bit of brakes with our tiny little bit of input at the end of the braking cycle, okay? So we want to come in here, we want to hold the brakes to the apex and get on the gas. Shut up, I did not invalidate that. Okay, so the exercise though to do that, so as I said, we'll do it one more time. This is the goal, okay? The goal here is to come in, we want to brake. We want to hold our brake until we get to where we want to go, and then it's go time. And then we induce oversteer with the steering wheel. Okay? So we want to come in here one last time, brake, hold my brakes tiniest bit to the apex, and then get on the gas, all right? That's the theory, okay? So how do we start learning how to do that, to get the car to rotate under braking? Well, what we want to do is we want to learn how to spin the car on purpose. And it's actually harder than it looks. So you want to find a corner that you're going to come into, and we want to practice doing that on command. That's the exercise, believe it or not. We want to practice on demand. Where is the track? Here it is. On demand, the spinning of the car, not on the grass, all right? If you do it on the grass, that's not the same thing. All right, but we want to be able to, on demand, spin the car. So here, we're going to come around here, we're going to get on the gas when we're ready. So we're going to come up to this corner. This is not really a braking corner. But we want to come up here. I'm going to come in. Get the car to spin. All right, now spinning is just too much rotation. So what we're trying to do is learning how to do too much of it. So in future, we can learn to try and control that, okay? You'll see all the good drivers in this league and in the world everywhere. They use rotation on purpose. Try this exercise. Okay, it's a lot harder than it looks. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of targeted practice, okay? And the idea behind that, I'll see if I can, I really am struggling to drive in this view, but I think it's better that you guys see my steering wheel. But we want to come into these corners. These are a little tricky to do it in, but we want to do it so we can get the car to turn, but I lost it there. Okay, so we want to come into these corners. The build up to this is we want to get to a place where we can get the car to spin and control it. Not spin, but rotate, okay? It's called slip angle. So we want to come into this corner, and we use the accelerator on the way out to get it to go. So this is the goal. Once again, we want to brake. Get the car to spin a little. There it is. And I'm going to keep that spin going with the gas. In theory, it didn't really do it there because we're going a little slow and we're teaching. But this is the exercise, guys, to get to that, all right? Stage 1, spin the car. All right, phase 1, come in, get into your braking zone and just get the car to go around. If you can do that on demand, every corner, you get to graduate to the next one, okay? Don't jam your gears down. Figure out how to do that. We're basically manipulating weight transfer, guys. It's a really good lesson for you all, okay? All right, then the next phase is starting to get the car to rotate without losing it, okay? So we want to come into here and we want to get it to go a little. There we go, it started to go. We want to build up to that, okay? So this is phase 2 of the teaching, okay? Of the lesson, sorry, teaching. So we want to come in and we want to get in here and we want to get the car to go a little. There it goes, right there. Oh, how do you guys drive like this? So we want to come through here again. Get the car to rotate like that. Don't worry about the gas just now. I just want to see rotation out of this exercise that you can control. This is after you can confidently and on demand lose the car at a various amount of speeds and times, okay? So I'm going to come into this one. Get the car to turn in. And then we get on the gas. Okay, but right now it's just practicing getting that rotation. Even if you spin, just be curious. I missed that one. All right, so there we go. Just keep trying, okay? And once you start getting the car to do that, then it's about braking until the apex, okay? And that braking is tiny. It's not much braking at all, okay? So we want to come into this one. We're not going to do this one again. So we want to come through here. Oh, God, I feel sick. So I'm still on the brakes, as you can see, all the way there. And my accelerator starts right over. This is phase 3, all right? So we start doing this. We get the car to rotate like that. And we get on the gas to finish it. We're both inducing oversteer under braking. And then the next phase is to get oversteer with accelerator. That was probably the best example I've done of it yet. It's hard to do this and talk. But once again, the third phase is to do this. Just brake into the corner and hold the brakes until the apex, and then get on the gas is the phase 4, okay? When you start overlapping them. Get on the gas for the phase 3. Your goal should be to get on the accelerator when you see the apex. Sorry, when you see the exit from the apex, okay? So here I'm going to wait. There I go. There it is. And goal number 4 is to do this, but now we're trying to get the car to, like that, see there, under acceleration. Get the back to come around. Again, this time we've gone from inducing oversteer under braking to inducing oversteer under acceleration. Allows us to brake later and allows us to get the car to rotate more. Now, when you're practicing these phase 3s, come here and be curious. Brake, brake, brake. Hold 5%. Oh, I've overslowed. So now you can start braking a little later. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's go through it again. Exercise 1, get the car to spin on demand, anywhere you want. Do it here if you want. Has to be brake. See, it's not much brake, it's about 30% brake. But what you're gonna wanna do to get that to happen is you're gonna have to figure out a relationship between steering and brakes. And it's gonna be a tickle. It's gonna be a place to find that real sweet spot of where that comes together. And that is control. Even though the outcome is losing control, you want to be able to control it happening. It means you're understanding your car a lot better, okay? My tires are getting way too hot here. But the second one, so again, phase 2 now, try and get the car to rotate a little bit with brakes, but don't lose it. Like that, just start getting that back to come around. Subtle. It doesn't matter. Just little bits, okay? Like that. That's good. Just start doing that with control. Don't worry if you go off the track. This is targeted practice. Okay? We want to target these things to become a better driver. Now, trail braking to the apex. See the exit, go. Don't worry about rotating the car, okay? I just did it there, but don't worry about that. That's phase 4, okay? Let's go phase 4 here. See if we can do it well, not look like a dummy yet. So here we get it to rotate. Now I'm going to bring the back around using the accelerator here. Didn't work that well. It's very hard to do this not at speed. Right there. It sort of did it. Shut up about cut detected. Okay, so you get this. This is the exercises that will help you learn the how and why to rotate the car. See there, right there, bringing the back around to finish the corner off. At higher speeds, it works a lot better. Okay, but that's how these guys do this stuff. So we come around here. I'm gonna bring the back around with the accelerator. There we go. Wouldn't have made that without the accelerator there. Okay, so those are the 4 things, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. But again, the ultimate goal is to be braking until accelerating in most situations, okay? So we got the rotation, even though we're not using traditional apex there. I'm gonna hold until the apex, until I'm ready to go. Again, this is a no breaker. We're gonna lift, but I'm gonna bring the back around with the accelerator. And then we come in here, get the car to go around, and then I get the back to come around. That's the progression. But number 1, guys, on demand, I want you to be able to spin the car. Okay? Number 1, spin the car. All right, any questions, hit me up. I'm Larry, and I don't have anything good to say.